Here's the video that no one asked for about this piece of equipment, which is called a jammer made by a company called BLK BOX. So as you can see, I've slotted it onto the end of a regular barbell, and the barbell is sat on something called a grappler or landmine. If you don't have a grappler or landmine, you can stuff it into the corner of the skirting board or whatever, but I'd recommend putting some towels over the end of it. You could even cut a tennis ball and slot that over the end, but grapplers are pretty cheap anyway. So this is a pretty cool piece of kit because it means that it's fixed in at one end. You can slide it out, but generally you lean into it, so it's not going to move forwards or backwards. It can just move sideways. So it's kind of halfway between free weights and a machine. Obviously free weights are completely free to move, a machine's on a fixed rail. So there's a lot of exercises you can do with this. For instance, you can use it as like a chest press. So you could lie down like so. As I said, it's got sideways movement, but other than that, it's semi-stable. You could do bent over rows on it. I'd recommend facing away from it because you're pulling slightly backwards. Otherwise, you might slot it out of the landmine, like so. Again, with a regular bent over row, you're sort of balancing backwards and forwards. With this, because you're leaning into it, it takes away that instability issue. So another thing it's good for is hinging movements. For instance, a Romanian deadlift. So a lot of people, when they do a Romanian deadlift, rather than pushing their bum back like so, and the bar going straight up and down, they'll lean forwards and backwards. So this is a good way to train people to move their hips backwards and forwards and hinge properly, because you kind of don't have a choice because it's plugged in at the other end. So push back, push forwards, push back, push forwards. And obviously similarly, it's good for the single leg version. You can do shrugs with it, shoulder press, but again, because you can lean into it, it feels quite different to a barbell shoulder press. It feels more like you're using a machine, you've just got some slight instability sideways. Or you can even do, because these handles rotate like so, you can even do a kind of clean and press. So there you go, if you've got home gym, it's probably a really good investment for you. Opens up a lot of new exercises. Anyway, if anyone's after any of these, give me a message and follow for more tips. And don't forget, I do online coaching, so if you want to get in shape before or after Christmas, then get in touch.